teach about how to reactivate a new battery, because we are going to see the GIL battery which is used in Cessna 152 and Cessna 172 aircraft. So this GIL 243 battery must be activated newly. So nowadays these GIL batteries are coming without filling the electrolyte. So now for that we have to prepare the electrolyte, that is called breakdown of electrolyte. We will be getting in the market concentrated sulfuric acid. It will be around, the specific gravity will be around 1.6, and that must be diluted to the requirement of GIL battery, that is 1.285. So this to be carried out with a well ventilated room. So this room must be provided with a fan, then well ventilated, and 24 hours water supply must be available. Then all the so all the protective equipment and such as apron, then gloves, goggles and gumboots must be worn. Then 24 hours water supply must be available. Then your hot water must be available. Then your neutralizing agents for sulfuric acid is bicarbonate soda powder and bicarbonate soda solution must be kept ready. Then plenty of sawdust must be kept ready, because in case of acid spill on ground, immediately the sawdust must be put and soaked, and it must be collected and it will be buried. Buried means it must be digged the ground and it should put inside the hole and it must be buried. So it should not be simply thrown. And afterwards the bicarbonate powder must be put, and that must be cleaned with plenty of water and followed with the hot water. And in case of the acid spill on skin, then immediately the hand should be washed immediately. Then you apply the 5% solution of bicarbonate soda, then followed by hot water, clean it and report to doctor. The same way in case of eyes also, it must be immediately, you must put plenty of water and clean it and put this bicarbonate soda powder 5% solution, then clean it, then again with the warm water you clean it and go to doctor for further treatment. So these are the things you must know before doing the preparing the electrolyte, that is diluting the sulfuric acid. So when you are doing it, for making this dilution, you should require a glass jar or China clay, made out of China clay, or you can make a lead container covered with supported by the wooden plank. So anything you can use. So now we are using a glass jar. You can see here. This is the glass jar, and this glass jar we are going to use the diluting. So this is the diluting the sulfuric acid. That is 70% of the water and 30% of the sulfuric acid is being going to mix. So when you are mixing it, then never add. When you are mixing it, always you must add acid to water. Never add water to acid. If you add water to acid, then the temperature will be so high, it will burst out and it will be splashed all over the place. That is why always you must take safety precautions. Keep the water in the container, 70% of the water in the container, and take the acid in the bottle, slowly pour it and stir it. So before doing this action, you should protect yourself. For protecting the eyes, you must wear goggles. To protect your hands, you must have gloves. And to protect your body, you must wear apron. And protect your legs, you must have gum boot, that is jungle boot up to the knee it will cover. So these things you must wear before going to do these operations. Then slowly pour the acid. There is a stirring rod. That stirring rod must be mixed. So here we have put inside the thermometer and as well as hydrometer. So that specific gravity of the electrolyte must be checked with the temperature of the electrolyte. So if the temperature of the electrolyte is 80 degree Fahrenheit, then no correction is required. Whatever the reading of specific hydrometer, that you can take it. But if the temperature is more than 80 degree or the temperature is less than 80 degree, then you have to take the correction. How will you take the correction action? That is, every 4 degree of a temperature, the one division must be added in case the temperature is high. If temperature is low, then every 4 degree, one division must be subtracted. For example, the temperature, room temperature is 100 degree Fahrenheit. So when it is 100 degree Fahrenheit, then that whatever the hydrometer reading is there, then you have to add 5. Suppose 1.280 is there. That means it is 1.285. And in case if it is temperature is 60 degree Fahrenheit, then you must subtract 5 division, so that it will be 1.275. So that is how you have to take the specific gravity correction, temperature correction. So this, after making it, then leave it for cooling. So when the temperature is 80 degree Fahrenheit, then you take the hydrometer reading, and this Gill battery is recommended 1.285 specific gravity. So when it comes to 1.285, suppose in case the temperature specific gravity is less or more, you can add water or you can add acid, you can adjust the specific gravity to 1.285. So after making 1.285, then you should cool it. Then after confirming that specific gravity is 1.285, then you must fill to the battery. So filling must be done in sequence. So what you have to do, you take the funnel and jug and the container, electrolyte. So now what you have to do, the sequence must be followed. Take number 1 cell, when plug, keep it on the ground. Then pour the number 1 cell. So when it is, electrolyte is coming to the just above the plate, then stop it. Then take the number 2 pen plug, put it in number 1. Then fill the number 2. Then after filling number 2, take the third cell pen plug, put it in number 2. So like that you have to do it. When you are doing the 12th cell, after filling it, then the vent plug which is kept outside must be put in. So it is being ensured you are not missing any cell. So all the cells are being filled to the correct level. After filling to the correct level, then shake the battery. Just lift it sideways, lift the both the side, then lift front and back. Then like that you shake it, so that whatever the air inside the cells will be come out and the electrolyte will be settling. Then keep it minimum half an hour ideal, or maximum any number of hours as per the requirement of the battery. So if it is after 2 hours you are checking up, then again check the level of the electrolyte. Suppose the level may be less, then take same acid, diluted acid, then pour it to the level, then connect it to the charging port. So after taking to the charging port, the positive of the charging lead must be connected to the positive of the battery, and the negative to the negative of the charging port lead must be connected to negative of the battery. Then adjust the battery charging current. So that means it is 10% of the rated capacity. So suppose if it is 25, so the 2.5 ampere must be charged for 10 hours. So adjust the charging current, because we are going to do constant current method of charging. That means if the manufacturer says the battery must be charged for 10 hours continuously with a 2.5 ampere current, then it must be charged 10 hours continuously. It is not to be done today 2 hours, tomorrow 2 hours, like that. The charging must be carried out, the initial charging must be carried out continuously to 10 hours without any disturbance. So that is why the charging room must have 24 hours power supply, interrupted power supply, and it should have a constant power supply so that the charging current will not vary. So the supervision is must. Always somebody should be there to check the current every half an hour or 1 hour. You must go and see the current, because the current will be reducing. So the current must be adjusted. So this keeping the constant current and charging for 10 hours or 15 hours, whichever the manufacturer's instruction is there, as per that you have to do it. Then after completion of charging, suppose you know it is 15 hours charging. So after 12 hours, you must check every 1 hour the voltage and the specific gravity. So when you get 3 consecutive reading, voltage as well as specific gravity, then your battery is fully charged. So the symptom of fully charged batteries are 4 things are there. One is voltage. The voltage must be 2.1 to 2.3. Then the specific gravity must be 1.28 by 2, 1.3. Then the boiling, that is gassing freely. Gassing freely means your electrolyte will be getting boiled. Bubbles will come out. That is called gassing freely. So the electrolyte will be releasing the gases. Hydrogen, oxygen will be coming out. So that is called gassing freely. And you can see the plate. If we can able to see the color of the plate, it will be brownish color. So that means these 4 things. But normally we are not considering the color, but we are seeing 3 things. One is voltage must be between 2.1 to 2.3, and electrolyte must be 1.28 by 2, 1.3, and gassing free. So when you confirm this, all 3 things are there, and you can think that your battery is fully charged. Switch off the current, disconnect the leads from the battery charging, and you can take out. So this is reactivating the new battery into the service. Now this battery must be, after fully charged, the battery must be carried out capacity test. That we will see next class.